Hello everyone, we'll be getting started in just a few minutes. Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and it is my mission to simplify YouTube so you and I can grow together. Tonight, we're trying something different. We're hanging out on a Saturday night. It's good to see everybody here tonight. Not normally my live stream night, but I figured, hey, what the heck, let's give it a try. YouTube Simplified. So how is everybody doing tonight? Like I said, Saturday night is not typically the night we do live streams, but, or I keep saying Saturday. It's Friday, Dan. It's Friday. Don't get ahead of yourself. All right, so Friday night live streams. I was doing this on Doug Hewson's live stream too, calling it Saturday, but what are you going to do? In any event, so happy to see everybody jumping on the live stream tonight. It's not the normal night, so nobody was really expecting this to happen, but it's good to see a nice crowd in chat. I just want to hop in there and say hello to everybody, see how we're doing tonight, see what is going on. So I see to the top Crane in the live stream, Heather, Varuna Aquatics, good to see you, Jeep Collection 91, Super Saiyan Viking Matt, we have Dance Hall Kings, Kjpargeter, BD News Adventure, Big Time Raynell. Hopefully I'm saying all these correctly. I am Sai. Muzamel Javid, or Havid. Stephanie's Kitchen. The Jose Luis Show. WJB Plays Minecraft. Perth West, is it Perth West Oz RC? Good to see you guys. Be a Creator, Iron Gordon, Nathania Cortez, Sackboy D. Hello to you. Your Real Estate Whisper is also with us tonight. Etard or Adventures, Kima Blazing Reaction. Rocket Scientist, Dermer Life, Bahari Music, Official, Dilly Dally Kids, Texas Style Cuisine, Rodney B. Hunt, Next Level. And I will mention that Big Time Raynell was, in fact, the first person in chat tonight. So I thank you for getting in here nice and early and hanging out with us. So good to see everybody. Like I said, I normally just do these. It's just an opportunity to interact with you guys, answer any questions you might have about your channel. We'll do some channel reviews towards the end of the live stream. And we'll kind of allow you guys to decide the flow of the conversation. So how's everybody's channels going? How good has YouTube been to you in 2018? And the one thing you don't want to do is ask for subs. Yeah, see, that's not a good thing. So we definitely don't want to do that. And doing the same thing over and over again is a good way to go bye-bye. And my normal moderator is doing a live stream of his own, so I can hop in there every once in a while and clean a little house if necessary. Flash in your pan, hello to you too. Got Dermalife, Pukatico, Christina Cole. It's absolutely great to see some familiar names come back to every live stream, even the ones that aren't on a typical night. It is great to see all of you. The 2 Mark crew. Starting to see if anybody else is into WWE in the chat. Definitely let them know if you are. Dancehall King says TUBEBUDDY really helped their channel. And guys, if you are not currently using TUBEBUDDY, I do want to mention, if you couldn't tell by this screen, that this video, this live stream is sponsored by TUBEBUDDY. TUBEBUDDY is the #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your YouTube channel. It's available to download for free, and there's a link in the description below. So if you've never tried TUBEBUDDY, I definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's a plugin that integrates right with Chrome or your whatever browser that you're using, and just gives you a bunch of tools that you can use to help you when you're uploading videos on YouTube. So definitely worth checking out. Just going to scroll through the chat, make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, it is Saturday for Doug. See, well, I guess I was right in Australia, but completely wrong here in upstate New York. Susie Q, hello to you too. Good to see you. Oh, DC Scrap and Rooster is here. Making sure I don't miss anybody. Just kind of hitting names the first scroll by. Your real estate whisperer reminding me, shame on me for not having her mug in this stream, but I do promise to have it on Wednesday. It's actually at work. I was actually going to keep it at work because it's a very versatile mug. I can use it for soup or coffee, a really big cup of coffee. Squappy's drone videos just subscribed. Awesome. Let's see what else we got. A lot of people showing love to TubeBuddy. Jeep Collection says, never heard of TubeBuddy. Well, you're absolutely in the right place because like I mentioned, there is a link in the description below. I will also help you out here by... Where is it on my TubeBuddies? Oh, no, there it is. I lost my TubeBuddy button on my Stream Deck. There it is. Ready, set, bow. I am doing excellent here on Friday night, not to be confused with Saturday night, which I keep trying to call it. I hope you are doing awesome as well. Dusty Porter is in the live stream. Everybody definitely say hello to Dusty Porter. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with him. He does a similar channel. He does a lot of how-to content, so if you're not familiar with his channel, definitely head over and check out Dusty Porter. You may also recognize him from live streams on the TubeBuddy channel as well. So good to see you here, Dusty. ASE Music says a bonus hangout. Indeed, not normally my stream night, but the opportunity presented itself, and it's always cool to come hang out with you guys. So I figured I would take advantage of that opportunity and see what we can do and what kind of crowd we can hang out with on a Friday night. So far, it looks pretty good. Looks like there are about 40 people in here tonight. Nice crowd. Good to see a lot of familiar faces. And I'm sure that many of us see crossovers, and you know, there's people in here that I see on Dusty's live streams, and definitely a bunch of names that I saw over on Doug Hewson's live stream, where I was hanging out before I came over here. So Doug Hewson YT is one of my moderators here on the Creator Fundamentals live streams. So his channel is definitely worth checking out as well, Doug Hewson YT. All right, let's see what we got going on. Right, Dusty Porter also has a number of podcasts, actually. So if you want to get some YouTube content on the go in podcast form, you definitely want to check out his podcasts also. I actually posted on Instagram. I was able to pull up his podcast in my truck. It was nice to be able to drive and listen to some YouTube talk. And he was kind enough to have me on his podcast, so that's definitely something worth checking out as well. And Dusty, if you happen to, if it's convenient for you, send me a link to your podcast on Facebook, and I'll post it in the chat as well. Let's see what's going on here. Got some talk about the TubeBuddy app. That's for anybody who has iOS. TubeBuddy recently came out with a great app that shares a lot of its features. So you can do things like keyword research and see how your keywords are ranking on the go. They are also working on the Android version, which should be out in the near future. So that's also something to look forward to. It is, I believe, if you buy the app alone, has some free functionality, and then you can either buy the app for like $2.99 or something outright, or if you own or have a paid version of TubeBuddy, then the full features of the app are included. Great thing about that is some of the paid versions of TubeBuddy are dirt cheap, and they give you discounts based if you have a smaller channel, so that's definitely something worth checking out as well. If you don't qualify for the discounts, you can use the promo code DANSBuddy, and you can get 20% off of any of the paid tiers that they offer on TubeBuddy. So definitely worth checking out and seeing all of the features that they provide. Everything from, like I said, keyword research. You can do custom thumbnails on there. My particular favorites on some of the paid tiers are the bulk changes that I can make to my descriptions. If I want to add affiliate links or change my description in any way across, you know, multiple videos, if I want to change it on 50 videos, I can do that all basically with a single find and replace. Super powerful, super handy. Definitely recommend that. And available on the free version and all the paid versions are another one of my favorites, which is promo materials, which is available through their website, which is essentially a interface to create short links for your videos. So when you're sharing on social media, or you want to put links, you know, subscribe links in your description, you can actually go into TubeBuddy, you can set them up in there, and you can get a short link for it. And then it gives you, it tracks them. So it shows you how many people are actually clicking on the links. You know, and one of the best ways to understand how to grow on YouTube is when you understand what your traffic is doing and where it's coming from and where you're sending it. So if you do something like that and you create a subscription link and you throw it in, or a subscribe link and you throw it in your description, and then you're able to go into TubeBuddy and track it, then you're really able to see what, you know, where your audience is coming from, whether they're actually getting down there and reading your whether they're reading your description or not, and whether that's driving people to subscribe to your channel. One of the most common things that I get from people a lot, and these type of channels often do, the educational channels related to YouTube, is how to get more subscribers. And that's actually a great way to be able to track things like your subscriber links to see how many people are actually clicking on that and what kind of traffic you're getting through the different places. And that's a great way to do that. So I'm going to make sure I'm not missing... Oh yeah, Dusty Porter says bulk editing is where it's at. Absolutely. I can't tell you how much time that has saved me alone. You know, tweaks in your branding, if you want to change like a tagline or a hashtag or something that relates to all your videos that you want to change across the board. As you start to get up there, I think this channel has about 130 videos on it. It would be a little cumbersome to go into each video's description and make those changes. So the bulk editing is super powerful. That is definitely a very worthwhile feature in the paid tier. I'm not sure if that might just be on the Legend account, but I use it quite often. Let's see here. So Pukatico, are the YouTube tags really that important? I heard it's not, since YouTube changed in January. Well, I don't know. I haven't specifically heard about January. I do know that there was some interesting information that came out via Tim Schmoyer with regards to his interaction with Tom over at Creator Insiders, and how Tom basically said that relative to your title and your thumbnails, that keywords aren't as important. I really kind of, I think that is much closer to true on larger channels than it is on smaller channels, because I can absolutely attest to the fact that doing your keyword research and optimizing your channel based on that keyword research is super powerful in helping to get the ball rolling on a YouTube channel. So I would definitely recommend keyword research. I would not overlook keyword research, especially if you're a small channel trying to gain some momentum. The best example of this is when I first started trying to learn how YouTube worked and really started researching and studying the process of actual growing your channel and focus on growing. One of the things that I focused in on was keyword research and tags and thumbnails on my other channel, The Average Dan. It was a channel that I had for a couple years. It had only gained a couple hundred subscribers, or I think it was like 130 subscribers in 2 years. I was able to focus in on that and change that channel that had 120 subscribers and a fairly low view count to one that got over 1,000 subscribers recently, and it has, I think we're at 750,000 watch minutes. So it's definitely effective. It definitely helps you get the ball rolling, and I would definitely recommend that anybody who is trying to grow a smaller channel, that you don't overlook keyword research and you definitely use it. Even if keyword research was completely useless in terms of what you have in your keyword phrases, it's an absolute smart way to plan the content that you're doing in your video, because you know your title, the keyword phrase that you use in your title is born out of keyword research and trying to find keyword phrases that people are actually searching for. In that regard, it kind of helps you frame the video that you're making, what you're making the video about, and then kind of building out your keyword phrases around that keyword, that focus one that you're using for your title, is just a great way to understand the content that you're making, the audience that you're trying to focus on, and help you get that momentum and gain that audience that way. So I would definitely still continue to do keyword research. I'm certainly going to continue to do keyword research on my channel for the foreseeable future. There's nothing that's been presented to me that has identified keyword research as irrelevant. So the 2 Mark crew, is there a great way to help get first 100 subscribers? I only have 21. The absolute best way to get 100 subscribers is to not worry about getting 100 subscribers. You want to focus on getting content, making content, and getting it uploaded. Those are really the 2 most important things when you're working on getting to 100 subscribers. I wouldn't even continue on or focus on having perfect content or very good content. The goal is to get in the habit of making content and getting it up on your channel. You have a long time to work on getting your content better and improving your quality over time. So the important thing is that you actually start uploading videos. You don't want to get so caught up in the quality of the videos. You want to come up, whatever you're doing video topics on, and get in that habit of making a video, uploading a video. Maybe when you watch that video, you see something that you could have improved upon. Well, you take notes, and the next time you make a video, you improve it. Don't get stuck on a single video and get so caught up in its quality that you don't actually move anywhere. It's so important to get those videos, video after video, up there. So before under 100 subscribers, I would just focus on making content. Once you start making content and you continue to improve, the 100 subscribers will take care of itself. You want to start to understand what it's like to make content, and then you can kind of evolve from there. And as long as you're focused on little improvements over time, the subscribers, they will follow. Thank you so much to Casual Unboxing for the $10 Super Chat. I truly appreciate it. For those of you who don't know, Super Chat goes a long way in helping to support the channel. Contrary to popular belief, it does take a lot of time and effort to do channels like this, and we all know the effort that we put into our YouTube channel. So for Creative Fundamentals in particular, my goal this year is to head out to VidSummit in Los Angeles in October, and every little bit of Super Chat certainly helps contribute to that cause. It's probably going to cost about $1,500 to get out there between airfare and tickets and hotel and all of that. So for those of you guys who don't know, VidSummit is a great kind of business-focused conference put on by Daryl Eves. You may be familiar with Daryl Eves, but it is a great opportunity to interact with some of the best minds in terms of YouTube growth and how to run a business on YouTube. So it's absolutely a great thing for me as someone who's trying to learn new things and share those things with you guys to get out there every year. I went last year for the first time. It was a great experience. I was able to bring back some, pro user tips and share them on the channel, and I look forward to doing that again this year. All right, what do we got going on here? Casual Unboxing with another Super Chat. You're welcome. Thanks for your awesome tips. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. That is absolutely fantastic. That's definitely encouragement to come out on Friday nights and do live streams. Ready, Set, Bo, do you have to pay to ask a question? No, you can definitely ask questions, and I will do my best to find them in the chat. If you want to, maybe precede it with all, well, it's not too bad right now. We're at around 40 people in here. So yeah, definitely ask questions, and I will do my best to find the questions in the... And again, so for those of you who don't know, trying to scroll through the live chat once you have moved, it does this thing where you're scrolling down and it'll get to a certain point and then it just jumps to the bottom. So I'm doing my best not to miss any of your chats, but I may get to them out of order, but I will absolutely do the best I can in not missing any of them. Chris Ollie, lovely live streams. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you guys come out to check them out. And trying to scroll, make sure I don't miss any questions. So I'm guessing, Ready, Set, Bo, that you might have had a question earlier. Besides the do you have to pay to ask a question? Let me look, scroll up and see what you got going on. Amazon affiliate program is really good one, I heard. Amazon affiliates, absolutely. Those are, I mean, if you can get approved on Amazon affiliates, I would definitely go out to do that. Actually want to try to put out a video on some affiliate programs because I have recently interacted with a couple different ones that I think are also potential good ones. There used to be one called, I think it was called Linkshare. Now it's called like Rakuten or Rakuten. It has some very far less marketable name for whatever reason they made that switch, but that's another good one. And then there is, what is it, Link? I'm going to share them all in a video because I think they're definitely good ones. And some of them, I think some of them might be a little easier to get involved with than Amazon. I don't know what Amazon, I don't think that Amazon specifically identifies its requirements. So, oh, here comes Mansion for her live stream interaction. Oh, wait, let's see. Faulty Vlogs, hey man, what would be the best affiliate programs to look into as a lifestyle vlogger like me? So, yeah, Amazon's definitely one that you want to get into as soon as you can. And let me see if I can find, give me 2 seconds and I'll try to find the name of that other one. And again, I do have plans to put out a video on this and try to go into a little bit of detail on these because I think it's important. Let's see. It is called... You're noisy tonight, Mansion. You gonna come up here and get on camera so everybody can say hello? Or are you just gonna meow at my feet? I don't know. She's like an apparition. She just keeps meowing and then disappearing. Let's see if I can find... Is it Link something? Yeah, I don't... You'd think it would be real easy for me to find it, but I can't find it at the moment. But I think the other one is... I think it's Rakuten. Rakuten? Let's do a quick search here. Yeah, so RAKUTEN.com. It used to be... Is that the right one? That doesn't look like the right one. How about Linkshare? Oh, it's RAKUTENMarketing.com/affiliate. So this is one of them. This is an affiliate program. Try to throw that in there. It used to be called Linkshare. Now it's called Rakuten for whatever reason. Seems like the exact opposite of good marketing, but that's what they call it. But that's another one you can check out. And again, I don't know if this week or maybe the week after I'm going to put one out where I kind of give you a list of all the affiliates available out there. But some of them, I think it's that one or the one that I can't remember that has affiliates that include things like Target and Walmart and, you know, some mainstream department store kind of places. So Moshu King, is a phone good for recording videos? Absolutely. It's a great way to start recording videos on your YouTube channel. I did the first 100 videos on Creator Fundamentals on an iPhone. I've since switched over to some different equipment. You can actually check out some of the stuff I use on my Amazon influencer page. I'll throw a link in the description. And I'm going to try to scroll back up and try to... Let me go back up and work my way down because I feel like I missed some questions. All right, trying. It's so much harder to scroll down than up. Data 3 says just got the notification. Yeah, notifications have been a little funky recently. All right. TUBEBUDDY. A lot of people are going to look into TUBEBUDDY. Dan, you need to check out Hit Film Editor. All right. Affiliate programs. We touched on that. ASC Music really pushing that hit film video editor. Heather Bruno Aquatics. Keyword research tool helps a lot for planning. Absolutely. The 2 Mark crew, can we get an example, Dan, on this topic? Which topic was that? Let me know, the 2 Mark crew, if I covered that or not. Otherwise, let me know. Oh, is there a great way to help? Oh, okay. Can we get an example on... I don't know if you're still talking about the 100 subscribers thing, but I think I have a video on the channel called How to Get Your First 100 Subscribers. So if you're looking for an example of that, you can definitely search on the channel for subs. YouTubers move over to Twitch. I've seen some YouTubers move over. Yeah, there seems to be... I've been hearing a lot of buzz or a lot of... seems like a lot of momentum on people that from a marketing standpoint or a branding standpoint to start to incorporate Twitch into, you know, kind of your overall branding plan or marketing plan. I know Gary Vaynerchuk's been talking about it a lot. I know everybody's favorite YouTuber, Logan Paul, I think, was creating a channel over there or something. So we'll all be on the edge of our seats to see that. That was sarcasm. All right, let's see. What would be best? We did the affiliate programs. Check that out. Scrolling. Okay, I think we caught up on those questions. I learned that. Thanks for the tip. I asked one earlier. Can you please answer it? Well, I tried to go back and ask or see what your question was, Ready, Set, Bo, but so far I've seen two references to it, but I can't find it. Why don't you re-ask the question and I will happily answer it, but I can't seem to find you up here. So yeah, definitely Ready, Set, Bo. I apologize for... Oh, wait, hang on. I have a question for you, Dan, if you don't mind. I have one video getting 1,000 to 2,000 views a day, over 100,000 views. I have made similar ones, but they're getting 5 to 10 per day. How can I relate them? Well, I mean, one of the things that you can do is kind of a little pro tip, and that is to take one of the videos that are on a similar topic and share the link in the comments and then pin that comment to the top of the comments. You can also take those other similar videos and make them cards in the videos. You can make the video, the videos that you're trying to push an end screen on that popular video and try to get everything pushing to whatever specific video you're trying to grow along with it. Now, the reality is that it's not exactly just that simple. You know, obviously that video that you're getting 1,000 to 2,000 views, you are probably heavily into suggested video. But you can try to use that traffic that you're getting to push additional traffic and follow up with those other related videos. But I would definitely recommend doing the pinned comment and trying to incorporate some cards to those other videos in there. But trying to get exactly the same performance out of those other videos might be more difficult to do, because obviously that particular video resonated with your audience and drove that probably early view velocity and took off right off the bat. And YouTube just kept expanding it out to people, and the response was good, which you may or may not have on those other videos. All right, so I found that question. My apologies for the delay. And we will scroll down and see what we got here. Face Pana, I got a TUBEBUDDY Pro license for $30 lifetime. Awesome. I think one of my first paid licenses was a deal like that with a lifetime license as well. Definitely a good way to go. What is your opinion on rapid tags, Dan? I assume, is that what TubeBuddy is calling the ones that they suggest to you as you're typing in? Or is that an actual different program? Let's see. Oh, Rapid Tags is an actual tag generator. I actually haven't used that. rapidtags.io, I am assuming, is what you're making reference to. I have not used them. I do find that a combination of doing the type along on YouTube and TubeBuddy gives me what I'm looking for to do those things, and kind of puts me, gets me the level of information that I'm looking for between the two of those. So I haven't tried any of those third-party tag websites, but the ones that just kind of produce, and I don't know if Rapid Tags is one of them. Let me take a peek here, because I feel like I might have used it. Let's see, how to... Yeah, I like to be, so basically Rapid Tags, you type in what it is you're trying to do, and they just give you a list of tags and you copy them all. I like to be a little more intimate with the keyword phrases that I use and actually see what each one of them looks like. I guess you could individually inspect the ones that they suggest. And I guess if you're using Rapid Tags, you can share in the comments or chat there what your experience has been. But I would probably be in a position where I'd want to know a little bit more about each keyword anyway. So I'm not sure if Rapid Tags is the way that I would go. But if it works for you and it gets the results that you're looking for, then by all means, go for it. Weird City Citizen, hello to you too. Felicia Crow, good to see you. Yeah, it's always good to share information. Felicia Crow brings up a good point about being in what she calls a learning pool and learning from each other. Learning from each other is absolutely important, and you can't stress enough the importance of community. For those of you who haven't joined us in our communities, we have the Creative Fundamentals Facebook group. I posted a link in there. Definitely head over to Facebook and join that group as well. We also have recently introduced a Creative Fundamentals Discord, and we've had a great crowd building over there as well. So definitely come and join us on Discord. There's been some good conversation. And one of the things we started is after every live stream, we have like a little live stream after party over on Discord. So I'll post a link towards the end of the live stream if you want to come over and check out the Creative Fundamentals Discord and join us over there to hang out for a little while. Tri-State Squatchers, hello to you too. Mandy NRG, learning from one another is essential, absolutely. Couponer from Brooklyn, good to see you. Carol Nate, Dermer Life, Eat Sleep Bangkok. Would like to ask if YouTube allows creators to put affiliate links in the description box, or might that put my video at risk? No, you can absolutely put affiliate links in your description box. That's exactly where you want to put them. You are supposed to identify somewhere in your description that it contains affiliate links. You don't just want to put them in there without letting people know that you may be benefiting from them. But it can be as simple as just a little disclosure or whatever at the end of your description that says this description may contain affiliate links which allow you to find the products that are mentioned in this video at no additional cost to you, something to that effect. And it's a great way to try to get some additional financial support for your channel. Delia Holton, I got a question. There is this new thing where people are charging people to be allowed to watch their channel and to chat here on YouTube. Is that allowed? Just curious. Well, one of the things that exists for gaming channels is they have a sponsorship. So it's like $4.99 or whatever the deal is on the YouTube gaming channels. And they can actually make the live stream chat only accessible to sponsors. So yeah, it is. I mean, that's actually built into that process. So yeah, it is allowed on YouTube. If I'm not sure if there is any other way that people would be able to do that other than that. But if that's what you're referring to, yeah, that's definitely allowed, and it's something that the gaming channels are doing. What would make a great channel trailer? Is asked by Super Saiyan Viking Matt. So I mean, my personal belief, the way I try to do videos and everything else is to get to the point. I try not to include a bunch of fluff. So with your channel trailer, depending on the type of content that you have, you really want to get the point across or the message across of what people can expect from your channel. So I wouldn't go, you know, doing short clips of maybe some of the content would be a good idea, but you don't want a 30-minute channel trailer. So if you can do highlights, little video clips that basically show the type of content, you know, if you're doing drone footage or whatever your particular focus is, to do little clips that kind of gives them some insight about what to expect, then that can be a great way to get a channel trailer in there and let people know. But otherwise, if you're just basically standing in front of a camera trying to communicate what your channel is about, you know, it can be as easy as, you know, please join me here on my channel for XYZ, and please consider subscribing to see future videos, you know, about XYZ kind of thing. So my personal preference is to try to communicate exactly what it is that you're about and what you're hoping they do, which of course is to subscribe. And the channel trailer videos are designed so when the video ends, a subscribe button actually pops up in the video window. So you can also direct them to click on that red button when it appears at the end, those kind of things. But at the end of that video, there's probably half a dozen places on the screen where they can click to subscribe. So that would definitely be the way I would approach it. I did, for when I first started this channel, I did a channel trailer, and then over time I moved to putting my most popular video as my channel trailer because I thought it both communicated the type of content that I was doing, plus gave them a little taste of it, and you know, identified obviously one of my biggest successes as the first thing that somebody saw when they visited the channel. So when they come there and they see the channel trailer and you have all your branding dialed in, so your thumbnails and your channel art and all that stuff is all set up the way that it's supposed to, which, let's see here. See if I can pull it up here. Kind of doing an impromptu review of my own channel. So, you know, when somebody comes and visits your channel, you want your channel art, obviously, your channel art up here, and your thumbnails to kind of all be working together to present that singular message that tells them exactly what it is that your channel is about in the most succinct way as possible. People have really short attention spans, and you really want to communicate to them why it is worth it to them to subscribe to the channel. So as you can see here, if I had a channel trailer, it would appear somewhere around here. it would auto start. They'd see the channel trailer. At the end of the channel trailer, it would replace the video with a kind of a pop-up subscribe button. Plus, you would also have the normal subscribe button, which I think they hide here. I'm not sure. Maybe the new version hides it from yourself, but in any event, you'd have your normal subscribe button. Plus, this is also a great idea to make the first link in your channel art links a subscribe button, because from what I hear, it is a popular place that people like to subscribe from. Again, for whatever reason, it just happens to be the case. So I would definitely keep all that in mind and try to present that single message that tells what it is you're doing and why people should care. Scrolling, thinking, oh, now see, it just did that thing where it shot all the way down past everybody's messages, and I need to scroll back up because I don't want to miss anybody. And you know what? How about we pop the chat out and I'll stretch it. That may be much easier for me to see everybody's messages. Okay. Ooh, I think we have... Doug Houston YT got a Sean Cannell ad as he came in. Very tailored to learning YouTube. Interesting. Always happy to collect ad revenue from Sean. Let's see here. I see Dan is rocking the beard. Absolutely. Top video is one that almost didn't make since I don't think it is worth filming, but it's been my best paying video. Shows you never really know. So, and that's funny because the top video on my channel, which I think has like 103,000 views now, is probably one of the worst videos that I have made in terms of editing. It was a video where I was talking quickly, so I didn't leave proper spacing and pauses in the thoughts that I was completing. So it kind of has some abrupt edits and jump cuts and things like that. So definitely not my best work. And wouldn't you know it, that is the video that gained 100,000 subscribers and gained 4,000, I think it was like 4,000 subscribers for the channel all by itself. So... I think Sean, speaking of Sean Cannell, he brings up a good point, and I saw it kind of as a still frame in one of his videos, is that the value that you deliver is much more important than the quality of the video. If you spend all your time making a super high quality video is in terms of the technical quality of the video, but you don't deliver any value, then it's not going to be helpful for you. Whereas if you're technical skills aren't quite up to par, but you deliver a ton of value, people will overlook those things because you're giving them what they watched the video for. People aren't going, for the most part, unless you're a photography or a video specific channel, they're not watching your videos to say, oh, wow, that's pretty pristine lighting he has there, and wow, that sound is spot on. No, they're trying to get the value of whatever the topic is that you're covering, and if you deliver that, then people will respond in a positive way. Okay, let's see. Scrolling down. I see, yep, Doug Houston is in the house. Good to see you. He's coming off of his live stream. Basilio Alonso family, hello. Good to see you. ASA music. I still have the winter beard going. Yeah, this is my 365 beard. Well, for the most part. Probably around Christmas time, I let it get a little bit longer, but... the only time I didn't have facial hair is when I was a firefighter for 3 years. And I felt naked. So advice on YouTube says that you should link to a website and put the links there, as YouTube doesn't like direct affiliate links, but I'm happy to hear that is not so. Yeah, I haven't encountered any issues with direct affiliate links, and I have them in every single video I have on YouTube. All right, let's see. An optimal casual unboxing. Hey, Doug Houston. Doug Houston is the moderator everywhere. He is like the man. It would be weird to see Doug Houston's name in a chat without a little blue wrench next to it. All right. Oh, I just did that pop down thing again. All right. So there we go. Will you do some... Will you do some new by making some wrestling videos? It would be great. I'm not sure what that means. I assume that's to someone else. Let's see. We got people finding other channels. Excellent. Some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube are dashcam videos. Yeah, I mean, and again, the quality on a dashcam video isn't great, but they're delivering the value that you're looking for. So Doug Houston says he should do a wrestling channel. Why not? Any other music channels in the house? Beauty and makeup channels. Let's see what we got going on here. How do I add the home videos playlist channels and about tabs to my channel? I would check in the, when you're first looking at your channel, look towards the upper right hand corner for a little gear and click on that gear, and there should be a little toggle switch to make your home page customizable. And that is what's going to give you those additional options to change the way your home page looks. Now, some of that may not show up until you have a certain number of subscribers. Not actually sure what that particular number is. It's been a little while, but if you have that little gear, I would click in there and look for that option to customize your home screen, and that will allow you to do things like add content to your home screen and see the about section and all of those. Yeah, if you enjoy cranes, I was checking out To the Top Crane, some of that footage, which I really need to show my kid because I have an 8-year-old son and he would probably really enjoy the cameras. He's got... I saw one of his videos where he has a camera in the cab of the crane, and then it looked like he had a video camera at the top of, or on the payload, or at the top of the crane, which was a really cool view. So I've been meaning to have my kid watch some of those because I think he'd like them. He loves everything construction. We will try to do some channel reviews here in just a minute. Love the blue lighting effect around the subscribe button. Really stands out. Thank you. RTFG PS4. Nice background, Dan. Thanks. How are we looking back there? Oh, not too bad. My light's kind of sticking out there, but we'll do what we can. Brick wall. Yep. Channel need guidance on selecting channel keywords. Any tips? I mean, the first thing that you should do is consider what your channel is going to be about. And then I would just search YouTube for the topics that you're planning on covering and see what people are actually searching for. So kind of start typing and see the type of things people are looking for in reference to your focus. And then you can use that to kind of build out your channel keywords. Casual Unboxing, take care. Thank you so much for the super chats. I really appreciate it. You have a great night. HKW Wrestling, thanks for all your tips. Thanks for joining the live stream. Stylish Dad, 24/7 Bear, 365 Beard. Stays on his mind, Beard. Good to see you. Firefighter, very cool, Dan. Yeah, that was a cool experience. I did that for 3 years, and then the biggest problem with that is the work is great, but it's like it's a very political kind of environment, or at least in my experience it was, and it just kind of overrode the work. So. Post question, do you convert spam commenters to viewers? The thing to consider about spam commenters is a lot of them are automated. So I probably wouldn't spend too much energy trying to convert spammers. You know, maybe in the beginning I tried, but you really start to learn that they're just... I honestly think that some of them are computer generated. When you get those comments on your videos that say, number 1, visit my channel, number 2, subscribe, and number 3, type done. You know, I think those are just mass-produced channels that they try to, you know, artificially create an audience and then, you know, automate the creation of videos. You know, I don't know if you've ever come across them, but the electronic speaking videos that are just basically a combination of a bunch of video clips from all kinds of different places. I think it's some big automated process where they're just trying to collect ad revenue. RTFG PS4, Dan, how do I grow a gaming channel on YouTube or an Android graphic designing channel on YouTube? Well, gaming, for gaming, obviously we know there are a ton of gaming channels, so the thing that I would say is either focus on a particular game or a genre of games that less people are focusing on, or if you're going to focus on the super popular games, you know, whether it's Fortnite or whatever the case is, I would try to come up with a way to approach the content different from everybody else. You know, the reality is with the gaming channels, and probably the hardest way to grow are the people that just do the play-alongs, where it's simply doing live streams of them playing the game and maybe talking over the video footage. I would look for ways to offer additional value to people and, you know, maybe teach people specific things or how to achieve things in the game, and then make individual videos on those topics. You know, how to, you know, whatever it is, you know, tips on where to find pickups, you know, if you're looking for weapons or whatever, or, you know, whatever type of game that you're playing. Try to give specific examples and do videos where you are offering value that the other gamers are not. You really need to differentiate yourself in terms of that type of content. Android graphic design channel, I don't really know what that is. But again, I mean, anytime that you're doing, if that's like I don't know if you're offering a service there or it's a how-to channel. If it's a how-to channel, then I definitely recommend you watching a lot of videos to learn the whole keyword research thing, because those types of videos are search heavy, or those types of channels. My other channel, The Average Dan, is a very how-to oriented channel that relies on search for traffic a lot. So you know, kind of honing your skills in terms of keyword research can be a really good way to get the momentum rolling on that type of channel. Mama Bear's backpack. I have 2-year-old videos, but I'm just getting increased traffic. Should I retag, retitle, or re-thumbnail older videos? I mean, it's definitely something to consider. When you say you're getting increased traffic, if you're talking about those individual videos starting to grow, then I may not change your title or your tags in that case. If YouTube finally understands what they're about and it's starting to reach a broader audience, you may just want to leave those alone. Thumbnails are something that you can change at any time without affecting the algorithm or the way in which YouTube sees the video. So if you have an opportunity to create a new thumbnail that is going to get more people to actually click on that video, then that's definitely something that you can explore. And you can change that without negatively impacting, like I said, your rankings and how that video is being viewed. Doug Houston YT, I have a Dashcam channel as well. I think Doug Houston has a ton of channels. All right. Wrestling channel here. Any tips appreciated? Again, yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking for just general growth, how to get more subscribers, how to get more views, how to increase watch time, I think there's like 130 videos on the channel that you can definitely check out on a range of topics. Probably going to have a pretty active week next week with some content that I have in the works. I have a kind of a backlog here of videos that I want to make, and didn't get as much done this week as I wanted to, so might be a little extra going on next week. Frosty, could you say hi to me? Well, hello to you, Frosty. Thank you for joining the live stream. Happy to have you here. And if you're interested in the future, my normal live stream night is Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's when you can find me every single Wednesday night. Tonight's kind of a bonus. Figured I would give it a try since I had the opportunity here on a Friday night. But good to see you in the live stream, Frosty. Scroll down without losing stuff. Stylish Dad, how did you make that background? Have you talked about it before? So this background is something that anybody here could probably come up with. It is actually paneling from Lowe's. It is an 8x4 sheet of paneling. It is textured, but it is fake brick. Sorry to ruin the illusion. I know, guys. You know, I might keep that to myself if I wasn't a channel about you know, showing people how to do stuff on YouTube, but this is absolutely something that anybody can pick up. It is, as you can see, the framing of my video is done in such a way that it is from end to end to the brick. Just beyond the brick on what would be this side, that side, is a normal white wall and a bookcase. And then to the other side is a door. So that is what allows me to create the illusion of something a little more interesting in the background than just a plain white wall. And I think it gives an opportunity to give a much richer background. And it's a nice backdrop to my subscribe sign and my LED lights that we got going on back there, and my narcissistic subscribe pillow. So we're good. Base Shaman, keep up the great work, brother. Good to see you in the live stream. Scrolling down, make sure we don't miss any money, buddy. Data 3, who do you go through for your merch? I mean, I have a couple different things set up for merch. I have merch by Amazon, where I've been experimenting with some different t-shirts. I've gone through a bunch of different branding. So like this right here, this is my original Creator Fundamentals logo. This is actually a merch by Amazon shirt. I have a ton of different style Creator Fundamental shirts that I've done through merch by Amazon, and I like them for the reason that their overhead is really low. So you can basically, you can offer, you know, a t-shirt for 18, 19 bucks and still make a few bucks on it, whereas something like Spreadshirt, you tend to have to get a t-shirt for like $25 to get any of it for your channel, because obviously they take the cost of production off the top, and then you get a few bucks on the end of it. So, but places like Spreadshirt, Cafe Press is another one that you can create. You basically upload a logo and then pick the products that you want, and you can get your logo or message on everything from, you know, t-shirts and hats and bumper stickers and pins, and they have everything. You can get, like, you know, water bottles and tumblers and Pilsner glasses. And even, they even go up, you can get like a king-size comforter with your logo on it. So they have a ton of products. And the great thing about all of these is that there's zero upfront costs. You upload your logo, and they only take money from you when you sell something. And they'll take their cut, and you get your cut. And it's a great way to be able to offer all kinds of products that way without any expense. So you can definitely set up merch by Amazon. Merch by Amazon, you got to get approved for, and I don't know what they don't really tell you specifically what their requirements are. Cafe Press you can set up for free. Spreadshirt you can set up for free. So there's definitely a lot of ways to go out there and get your branding on products without any cost to you. You know, that said, there may be other places you can go where you buy a bunch of product up front, and maybe the cost per item is lower, so you may have a bigger margin, but then you also have the bigger risk because you're putting out that expenditure first without any guarantees that you're actually going to sell your merch, or, you know, whatever the case is. If you're just looking for something to give away, then you could definitely go that route and maybe order in bulk and get stuff a little bit cheaper per item. How to make a custom, and these, I mean, this is the hats that I had made for for my other channel, The Average Dan, that I always wear in these videos. These were done through a company, a embroidery company called, I think they're called Queensboro. Stick Run Production, how do you make custom thumbnail describe your video content? So basically the role of your thumbnail is kind of to get people to stop scrolling through the content here on YouTube quick enough to be able to read your thumbnail or your description or your title rather and understand exactly what your video is about. So you want to kind of find the focal point of the topic of your video and then find an attractive way to get people to be interested in it. So you really want to grab their attention. You want to try to use some high contrast colors, try to stand out from the other thumbnails that everybody else is making in your niche. So when people are scrolling through, you catch their eye and they slow down long enough to see what your video is about. So you basically want to try to, you know, narrow down the topic of your video, maybe to 1 or 2 words or kind of an expression or something, and try to include that in your thumbnail message. That can just be a simple image, like something that's happening in your video that may draw people's attention because they want to see what happens after that frame in the video. It could be, you know, the wording that kind of is a cliffhanger in such a way, or, you know, evokes some type of motion from the viewer that says, oh, hey, I want to watch this video to see if I agree with this or don't agree with this, or, you know, see if that can really be done. You know, try to think of those kind of things when you're trying to create your thumbnails to really capture somebody's attention in a really short amount of time. To the Top Crane, phone is dying. Oh no, have a wonderful night. Good to see you. Thank you for joining the stream tonight on our irregular night. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. Frosty says, nice pillow. Thank you. Let's see. Mandy NRG. Let's trying to, she said the support each other concept is what I'm referencing. I don't know who, let me scroll back and see what the previous thing was there. The last question I see is, how do you convert spam commenters to viewers? Are you So are you saying that videos implies that you should convert them into viewers, or in my particular niche, in some cases that's possible, but I don't know that I'm fully understanding your question. All right, so it looks like Doug nailed it. Let's see. 2 mark, probably not. So Harley's asking, does using the batch description update feature in TUBEBUDDY trigger YouTube to reevaluate your metadata and possibly tank views? So a lot of people talk about that. You don't want to go and change the metadata on your videos too much, especially when you have a video that is doing well. But basically what I found in that regard, because in a number of cases, I've touched videos that were performing well to see exactly how that whole process works. As long as you're not touching the parts of the metadata that are really ranking your video, so like the keyword phrases that you see that TubeBuddy's showing you or whatever you're using that are ranking, or the specific way in which you've titled it, then no, it doesn't really have an impact on or it doesn't really cause YouTube to reevaluate the video. So, I mean, if you made a change to the title itself, yeah, you would probably get that video reevaluated. But if you were trying to throw an affiliate link in your description, and basically the way that works is, you know, say you put a hashtag in every one of your descriptions, and you wanted to say, okay, well, before this hashtag, I want to say, hey, go check out this product on Amazon. you would basically search for that hashtag, and then you would do a replace for the link to Amazon plus the hashtag to plug it into all your descriptions. When you do something like that, it's not going to negatively impact the evaluation or cause YouTube to reevaluate and possibly hurt your video. It just doesn't, I've never seen it happen that way. And I've done it on a number of occasions without anything negative happen to the video. And I've even gone in where I've had certain keyword phrases that were ranking and changed other keyword phrases that weren't ranking, remove some and replace them with other phrases that I could get to rank, and not impact the ones that were already there, pushing traffic to that video. So the 2Mark Crew says Teespring is 100% free to sell merch. Teespring's a little bit different though, because typically the way Teespring goes is you have to commit to a certain number of shirts. So say you commit to, based on the number that you're trying to reach, is what each one's going to be priced at, and you basically have to sell so many at that number before they'll actually create the batch. So if you say, hey, I want 10 t-shirts with my brand on them, then you have to go out before the deadline and get 10 people to tell Teespring that they want to buy them, and at that point Teespring commits to actually printing them and fulfilling those orders. But if you need to get 10 and you only get 5, then nobody gets their shirts, and the Teespring campaign expires, and that basically ends, and nobody gets anything. Unless that's changed recently, but in my experience with Teespring in the past, that's how they roll. RTFG PS4, do you allow donations to your YouTube channel? Absolutely. We do super chat here on our live streams, which obviously go directly to helping the channel. We also have PayPal, paypal.me/creatorfundamentals set up. All kinds of ways to allow people to show their appreciation for the content and help the channel grow. Obviously, as channels grow and you get more and more involved, it takes a lot more time and effort and expense to do that. So definitely something that I recommend everybody does. And do I have, let's see. I think that's that. Car Galaxy Printful, let's appreciate that. Sensational Life in live stream, good to see you. You'll see Sensational Life's YouTube channel name scrolling across the screen below me. She is one of our patrons and very appreciated. All right. Let me scroll, make sure I don't miss anybody here. Doug Houston pulling out the band hammer. Chris Ali, this first time in live stream. Really enjoy the information, Dan. Thank you so much, Chris, for coming and hanging out with us. If you want to come to future live streams, they're normally on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're happy to have you back every Wednesday. And any bonus ones I can sneak in. But I really wanted to get on tonight because I didn't do quite as many videos as I normally do this week, so. Oh, see, and this keeps changing to top chat instead of live chat. I'm not sure I like that. Josh McQueen has subscribed. Awesome, Josh. And Stick Around Production, YouTube has now added a new option through which we can live stream easily. Yeah, that's actually going to be the topic of my next video, but for anybody who's ever live streamed on mobile, they've essentially taken that live stream functionality and that interface and moved it to desktop. I believe it's available in Chrome. I don't know. I know it's available on the new layout for YouTube. I don't know if it shows up in any other browsers but Chrome. But I do know it's available in Chrome, and I have heard that it's possibly allows you to live stream from a Chromebook, which is super cool, that you can do a live stream from, you know, like a Chromecast or a Chromebook, which kind of opens, I think it opens the door for a lot of people to be able to do that desktop live stream without using an actual phone. So that's kind of cool. I am going to cover that in a little more detail in my next video. That I will probably be putting out tomorrow. Kind of lay that out and kind of go over the three options that you have available now to do live streams. So I'm not going to do a ton of channel reviews tonight, but I will do a few. I see people looking for some channel reviews. I am trying to make sure I don't miss anybody's comments or questions. Heather, Verona Aquatics, how to put a subscribe here link in your banner art. I know it's in the About Me section. Aside from just putting it in my channel URL, how do I do an actual subscribe, or how is everyone doing it? So you can do, if let me see how I can show you this here. So you can do a link to your channel, but the other thing you can do is if you do youtube.com/your channel name, and then you do a question mark, and then you do sub underscore confirmation equals 1, and I'm gonna try to put that in there like that. So if you do youtube.com/your channel name, and then you type in question mark sub underscore confirmation equals 1, when somebody clicks on that link, it'll automatically bring up a pop-up box when they arrive at that with a subscribe button right in the middle of your channel. That is the little pop-up dialog to get somebody to subscribe to your channel. So if you're going to put a link in the channel links, I would do it that way. And then what you do is you come into, let's see here, YouTube, my channel, about section, and then, all right. So if you go into your about section and you have your links down here, and these are the links that actually show up here. Let me try to click this so you can see the icon. So if you want to edit these, in this case with the new version, you go into customize channel, and then that brings you here, and then you still got to click on the little edit button here. And then down here is where you would start this with a click to subscribe and put that wording here. And as you can see here, this is the way in which you put that, so it'll actually pop up with a subscribe button when they actually click on it. So that's all there is to it. Do I have? I don't see it. All right. So, and then you just do that. You click out of there, and that is what appears in the upper right hand corner as that click to subscribe. And provided that you've done an actual YouTube URL, it's automatically going to display the YouTube icon in the link. If you don't get the YouTube icon, you get something else that's funky. You want to make sure that there's not an HTTPS in your link. You just want HTTP:// and that'll get you what you're looking for. And now we'll hop back here. So hopefully that answered your question in that regard. And I will try to locate my chat that I've lost. I'm judging by the perfect thank you that answered your question. Awesome. I do see quite a few people that are requesting channel reviews. I'm not going to be able to get to any of you. If any of you are really interested in the channel review and you want to contribute super chats will always get priority on the channel reviews. Just letting you know, I don't expect you to do it. You don't need to do it. But it is a way to guarantee that you get a channel review, because I honestly can't do a channel review for every single person that I see asking tonight. But we will try to randomly select some of the ones outside of the super chats for a free review and see what you got going on. All right, so I want to... Of course, and I also had a very interesting interaction with a channel review that I did on Wednesday that seemed like a fairly acceptable channel, but the longer I had it on my screen, the longer I realized it wasn't content that I wanted to have on my live stream. And if you want to figure out what that's about, you can definitely go check out the replay from Wednesday and see if you can spot the channel that has some questionable topics in the videos. All right, so let's take a peek at a channel here real quick. Oh, Carol Nate donated $2 through Super Chat. I'm thinking that is probably for a channel review, so let me go pull that up and see what's going on. Carol Nate, absolutely. We'll take a look at your channel. Let me pull you up here, see what's going on. All right. All right, give me just a moment here. All right, so this particular channel, so we always talk about trying to have a theme or a branding that works throughout a channel. And we kind of want all of our branding elements to work together. So in this case, that means your channel art and your icon and then your thumbnails. And I don't see a lot of similarity between those. We have up here always opposed to an equal reaction, which doesn't really give me any indication about what the channel's about. Then we have an icon that says squad goals, which really isn't giving me a bunch of information. We go into the about section and you don't have anything in there, so you definitely want to get that filled out and let people know exactly what it is that they are looking for on your channel. I see you have 1,500 subscribers, so let's see what you got going on in here. In terms of your content, all right, so we got 52 videos, 44,000 views. See what you got going on in playlists. You got a bunch of saved playlists that looks like other people's content. ANS pranks. All right, videos. I still have not really sure what we got going on there. The one thing that I would recommend if you're doing a reaction video on somebody else's content, I would not take their thumbnails. That's obviously a very identifiable thumbnail for Roberto Blake. So I would probably want to create your own thumbnail if you want to react to something that he was sharing and not just use his. So that would be the recommendation there. The other thing I would suggest is that you kind of have your content's kind of all over a variety of topics. So one of the things when you're writing your about section will really help you to identify what it is you want to make content about, and kind of go from there to get everything focused on that single topic. I mean, you can stay really, really broad in your content. It does kind of affect the rate at which you grow. So that's something to, definitely something to consider. Alrighty. Yeah, and as Doug's mentioning, the channel art, where the wording is cut off on the bottom, you definitely want to get an idea of the proper dimensions of your channel art when you think about kind of getting that tuned into whatever topic you're going to cover on your channel. Doug says at least my StreamLabs event list is working. I think it was frozen on his live stream for whatever reason. All right. And for those who are still in live stream, if you haven't clicked the thumbs up button, go ahead and do that as well while you're hanging out, waiting for me to pull up the next channel. Super Saiyan Viking Matt is up next. We're going to take a look at that channel. See what we got going on here. All right. All right, so here we go. So, yeah. So we have Super Saiyan Viking Matt. Kind of looks like we have Thor's Hammer sitting in the middle there, uploading videos every Monday, Tuesday between 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's good that you're including this information. The thing you want to consider is the way this is going to display on mobile. Probably at least half your audience is going to be on mobile, if not more. So you really want to take that into account when you're designing your channel art. And what that basically means is from like right here to right over here is the area that's going to display properly on mobile. So I would think of, try to consider a way to rework this. Maybe take the hammer icon or the artwork, make it a little bit smaller, put it to the side, get your name up here across the top, and then try to rework this wording. I'd probably go with less wording here. I don't think you need to get as specific to tell them the time range on Monday and Tuesday that you're uploading. I would just say new content Monday and Tuesday, and not and kind of get rid of a lot of that extra wording. The other thing I would consider is making sure that you're using font that's easy to read, and maybe try to include some color in that artwork. I see you have carried down your hammer down here, so that's good consistency wise. But then we go and we look at your thumbnails and we're seeing tons of color and really no interaction between these thumbnails and what you have going on in your branding up here. And as I mentioned, you want that to all work together. So you want it to basically identify your branding by the colors and the style that you use to show people exactly what you are doing here. second. There we go. All right. So we have a lot of color going on in your thumbnails. So when we look at your thumbnails, the thing that you want to consider when working on your thumbnails is contrast and readability. You look at this thumbnail, there's a ton of writing there, and it's also kind of a dark blue, which matches the blue in some of the artwork, and it's also a really dark color against a really dark background. Now what happens when these get small like this, that makes it really, really hard to read. And anytime you have text that's crossing over between light and dark backgrounds, it makes it even a bigger challenge that some portion of your font is going to be obscured by the background. We see that up here, where it gets kind of difficult to read as it crosses over the artwork. And then the other thing you want to consider on your thumbnails is not to put text in the lower right hand corner due to the timestamp. As you can see, the timestamp, which will always appear in the lower right hand corner, obscures anything that you try to put down there in terms of wording. Other thing to consider when you're viewing these on mobile, the timestamp actually takes up a larger portion of the thumbnail so people can actually read what the length is. So you want to keep your text out of the lower right hand corner. You want to try to use high contrast on your lettering and font so you can see it. I mean, this is nice, bold, easy to read text if it was against a background that allowed it to stand out. So a couple different ways you can do this is you can either do you know, some like contrast bars behind it, you know, like a white bar or something, so you could easily see the text. Yellow might even work. You'd probably want to play with that a little bit. And you also want to reduce the amount of text. There's way too much text going on. People don't want to read your thumbnails. They just want to get a sense of what your video is about by glancing over them. So the less text, the better. And that would definitely be the recommendation on those. And then you want to try to get consistency in the type of thumbnails that you're doing. I can see on some of your thumbnails that it appears that you're in them. If that is something that's consistent in your content, you may want to consider including your face as part of your branding, which means get it into your channel art and your icon and include it on a consistent basis through your actual thumbnails as well. Let's hop in your about section real quick. Super Saiyan Viking Matt here to help you with all of your fitness needs of your looking to lose weight and become the best version of yourself. So that's what we say we're about there. And we got our Viking arm workout. So I would never get, based on the artwork that you're using, without reading your titles, that these have anything to do with workouts. So there's a little bit of a disconnect there. I mean, yeah, I mean, without reading every single word on here, my first impression of these thumbnails, if I was scrolling by, would not be that they are related to fitness. That's something that you want to keep in mind. I know there's like graphics here and, you know, cool artwork, but it doesn't necessarily help you get to your goal, which is showing that person that's scrolling by quickly that, hey, this is about fitness. I'm going to share, you know, some workout tips with you based on these thumbnails. So something to consider. Try to keep in mind of what you would look for if you were looking for fitness videos and what type of imagery might actually cause you to stop and check out the videos. All right. All right. Apple Watch World, can I get a channel review? Love your channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, absolutely. I will take a look here. In just one second. I see Beanie Draws out there. It's Blue Jay Nation, Honest Finance. Good to see everybody. And let's take a look here. What we have going on. Alrighty. So here we have Apple Watch World. Everything Apple. It's very straight and to the point. Subscribe to Apple Watch World to be updated for the latest news, rumors, unboxings on iPhone, Mac, iPad, and especially Apple Watch. All right. Definitely picked a good topic. Coming in at 46,000 subscribers. Let's see what we have for videos in here. Apple Watch news. So I would probably, let's see, Apple product collection, reacting to Apple Watch sucks, iMessage versus WhatsApp. So very general, iOS, Apple related. I do see that you are in a number of your videos. I don't know if you're in all of your videos. Definitely worth considering since you have yourself, I'm assuming this is you in the icon, and you have that in some of your thumbnails, to consider including yourself also in your channel art to let people know that you're as much a part of your brand as the content that you create. Got a ton of growth going on, ton of views. Climbing like a rocket. It's a very popular topic. Let's see. Utilize some lists, in this case top 7 for awesome growth there. Apple Watch guide for beginners. Definitely has proven an excellent topic for you to cover. I mean, the one thing that I would want to do, if you have a channel that has this kind of growth, I would really want to capitalize on it in terms of developing my channel as a brand. And right now you're getting a ton of traffic and you're getting, a ton of views and perhaps ad revenue and that type of thing, but I would really try to incorporate myself into the brand and associate myself with being, a resource or a prominent figure in the world of Apple news. And one of the ways that you can do that is to make it a habit of, like I said, including yourself in the branding where people can easily identify you with your channel and get them familiar with, making your face synonymous with your channel and the content that you're creating. Because the more you do that, the more opportunities you have to, diversify your revenue and come up with other revenue streams and find different ways to take advantage of the success of your channel. Let's scroll back up. Let's see, Apple. Yep, I am an Apple user. I do appreciate the iPhone over all of the Androids that I had in the past. Okay. Apple, Apple, Apple. Yeah, Doug. Yeah, playlists. When do you feel those should be implemented? So the question about playlists, I would do playlists I would do playlists right away, and as soon as you have at least 5 videos in the playlist, I would get that playlist listed as a horizontal playlist on your home screen of your channel. How do I protect it so no one else has it? Restored Beauty, I want to design my logo, but how do I protect it so no one else has it? I mean, the best way to do that is to get it created and start using it. If you can show that you were the first one to use it, you do have some protections there. And then whether or not you want to actually get it trademarked is like a whole different thing. But all right, and it just did that scroll thing again. I don't want to miss anybody. Got Doug dealing out some super chat info. Doug Houston, Chris Holly asked Doug what the benefits of a playlist are. The biggest benefit of your playlist is when you share your content on social media, you share it, instead of just sharing a link to a video, you share a link to the video in a playlist. So like Doug is saying, where somebody watches a video in a playlist, it'll automatically show one of your videos as the next one. Well, when you share that link from within a playlist out on Twitter or Facebook or wherever it is, and then they start and they watch that video, it's going to feed them into the other videos. So that's a great way to improve your watch time, is by sharing your individual videos within a playlist. All right, let's see here. And all right, don't want to miss anybody here. Apple Watch World, thanks man, thank you, appreciate it. We'll do so one of the things I'll say about channel reviews is you definitely want to, if you don't get your individual channel reviewed, definitely watch the kind of things that are being said about other people's channels, because it's a lot of repetitive stuff, and it's stuff that you can definitely apply to your own channel. If you can watch somebody else's channel review and see that your own channel doesn't kind of check the boxes of the things that we're talking about, then that may be a good indicator that you want to try to implement some of those things before you ask for a channel review. Otherwise, your channel review is basically going to consist of recapping all those things that you've probably already heard need to be done but haven't been done yet. So let's see, we want to see what we got out here. All right. I see. What do we... Can I please get the next channel review? I've been waiting for the last 3 live streams. Well, let's take a look at your channel review. Make sure... Where did it go? All right, so the next channel review is going to be for It's Blue Jay Nation, I guess. All right, so all kinds of things here. It's Blue Jay Nation. It looks like the end of the wording is cut off. It doesn't really tell me anything about what your channel is about. The Instagram link that you have there, I would remove that. If your focus is trying to grow your YouTube channel, you really want to keep people focused on YouTube and not worry about other social media platforms. Over here, you have a link to my Roblox. I'm not even sure what exactly where that gets you, but I would replace all, and then the very last thing you have is YouTube here. I would get rid of all these and change this to a subscribe YouTube button and try to really focus on getting people to look at your YouTube channel and try to grow it. The other thing I will say, that the icon here really doesn't relate to what you have going on up here. The name is the same, but the blues are kind of different. The font is different, and there's some kind of little icon in here that I don't really know what that's about. If we go into the About section, we have a description that says, keep calm and squawk on. Have no idea, still don't know what your channel's about. Obviously, that's a Blue Jay theme, but you really want to lead your description with what exactly it is that you're covering. You want to include that in your channel art as well to let people know what your channel is about. A lot of people are not going to go as far as trying to look at each one of your videos and understand what type of content that you're making. The other thing to consider when we come down here and scroll through here quickly, not much consistency in the way in which you're doing your thumbnails that would identify to anybody who's looking at this video that it has anything to do with this video or this video. You really have a bunch of different things going on, and what you really want to do is try to find some consistency in color scheme and font choice to get all these looking like they come from the same channel. Also, I'm assuming maybe this is gaming based on, I see Asphalt 8 and War Robots. The Blue Jay song, yeah, you don't really have a lot of focus on your channel. If your goal is to grow, you really want to find out what it is you're passionate about, what you want to make videos about, and stay there and not make videos on whatever topic happens to come up if it's not related to your channel. If you do want to have a channel that's really wide and you cover random videos, it is going to impact your ability to grow compared to other channels. And then, so here we have Roblox, War Robots, a number of different gaming. Then we have a song here, how-to videos, which are kind of a little too wide here. How to fix games on Roblox versus how to get rich fast. I would definitely figure out what it is you want to make videos about and then get everything in tune with that particular concept. But that might be, I mean, that's a good thing to keep in mind. After watching three live streams worth of channel reviews, you know, those are the kind of things that you can take notes on and try to implement some of those changes that you see other people have mentioned on their channels. It really applies across all different kinds of channels, and a lot of the stuff is repetitive. So if you're definitely focused or want to focus on improving on YouTube and growing, then keep your ears open and be willing to take notes and see what other people are doing, what works and doesn't work, and get that stuff implemented on your channel. All right. Let's see here. All right, we are going to take a peek at Chris Ali. All right, here. So we have some good things working here. I can tell that his channel art looks as though it has been optimized to fit on mobile, which looks good. Whether or not you need your social media things in your channel art is questionable. I might consider removing those links to social media and replacing them with some indication or subtext in terms of what people are going to expect to find on your channel. I know a lot of the bigger channels kind of focus on their name or their branding, and that's all they need to do because people already know who they are and what they're about. But when you're just starting out a channel and growing it, you really want to take that opportunity to help your audience become familiar with what to expect from you. And you could better serve that purpose by removing the references to your other social media and actually providing some info in that space. So that's something you might want to consider. Also, your channel links, I would replace these with that subscribe link, again, if your focus is on growing. As for your thumbnails, I definitely see that you are in all of your thumbnails. For the most part, I would imagine people who are familiar with your content could probably understand that these are you, but I might consider trying to keep some of the images a little closer facial wise so people can actually identify you. The other thing I would do maybe on your icon here, I would probably want to crop this to more of a headshot so people can actually identify you in it and relate it to your branding. And maybe if you can incorporate some of the color that you use, like the red up here, into the icon to kind of bridge that gap. And it almost looks like your image and your up here is black and white. You know, so maybe if you did a black and white icon with a touch of red in it, that might be a good way to tie that in to what you got going on in your channel art. Taking a look at the About section, welcome to my channel where I try to inspire people through vlogs, challenges, pranks, and also having fun 24/7. So it definitely looks like you're going for like a general vlogging kind of channel, which those do tend to be a little bit more difficult to grow. They tend to take a little longer because you're basically trying to convince an audience to be tuning in for you when you're covering that wide range and pranks and things. You know, ultimately your personality that you're presenting on your channel is kind of what becomes the selling point of the channel. So that is something to consider. It might take you a little bit longer to go that route. You know, pranks and challenges and vlogs. The other thing, I mean, I haven't looked at your content, so I certainly don't know what all your content is about. I would just suggest with things like pranks and challenges, one of the things that I see over and over again is that desire to chase views always seems to lead to more extreme challenges or more extreme pranks, and it just has the potential of leading you down a bad road where you're constantly trying to outdo yourself. So keep that in mind and try to find some fun ways to expand your content. I see you do some spicy challenges on there. We actually had I had a group of coworkers who did, oh, I'm not even sure what it's called, that crazy chip where they sell you one chip in a bag and it's like super hot, and nothing that I would ever do, but those are the kind of things that a lot of people do in these videos. But brother by sister camera prank, epic car accident prank. Let's see what your recent videos here are about. Yeah, it definitely seems like general vlogging style content. And I see you kind of have a style here. But I would, like I said, try to the colors that you use can also really be part of your branding. So maybe trying to find some more consistent color schemes between all your thumbnails might be something to play around with as well. Otherwise, making sure people can see that it's you in the thumbnails to really understand that it is from your channel. All right. Yep, I see Doug in there in the live stream filling in the gaps. Doug basically has been present at every, just about every live stream, so he's probably collected a wealth of information from all kinds of different channels. I think he's everybody's moderator. Car Galaxy Studios calling it a night. Good to see you. Have a good night. The death chip, somebody says. Yeah, I don't remember what exactly it was called, but it was like the something challenge, and I don't know, they paid a ridiculous amount of money for a single hot chip. And also, if you're just starting out your channel, I would definitely, instead of requesting a live or a channel review, I would definitely watch a ton of videos and try to implement the stuff that you learn in those videos, rather than just trying to get a channel review right in the beginning of your channel, because you're not really going to have a lot to work with. Whereas if you watch videos and you try to implement the things that you're learning in the videos, and then try to get a channel review to see how well you implemented them, that's a great way to make a better use of your time and get some more value in that process. Good to see you, Media Resonate. Thanks for stopping in. The Flying Bun, Katrina Renee, Dialaflow Games, Mandy NRG, Spider TV7. All right, guys, I see a ton of additional channel review requests. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them tonight. I'm probably going to wrap up at around midnight. Then we'll hop over into the Discord for a little while afterwards, if anybody wants to come and hang out over there. We'll probably got a few more minutes. If anybody wants to do a super chat channel review, let me know. But I think for many people, the flash in the pan, I am doing well tonight. How are you? But see, here's the thing with the when I first started to learn how to do the YouTube thing, one of the things that I used to do is I would go on live streams and do super chat and contribute to get channel reviews. And I think it really separates between the people who just continually ask for a channel review and never implement any of the changes, and the people who are really serious on doing it, because nobody's going to give you a channel review that just makes it easy. There is work that's involved, and it's definitely something that you want to make sure you're passionate about and you're willing to put in the effort, because channel review after channel review, or asking for a channel review just to get a quote-unquote shout out, is really not going to help you get where you want to get to if you want to be successful on YouTube. So that's one of the reasons that a lot of YouTubers who do this kind of stuff do the whole super chat thing, because it kind of putting your money where your mouth is, as Dusty Porter would say, is a kind of a great way to separate the people who are serious versus those who aren't. And we were able to get a few few channel reviews in tonight, or free channel reviews in tonight. But there were definitely some channels out there that would be better served to actually do some research on their own and try to implement some of those techniques, and then ask for a channel review and really get some good advice and help to grow their channel in a positive direction. So, let me see something here real quick. I want to peek at something. take a peek and maybe do... Shahid Games and Hacks, hello to you too. Thanks for joining the stream. Fantastic Joe, good to see you as well. Iron Gordon. All right, let me pick a channel here. All right. Let's take a quick look at Mandy NRG. So, off the bat, I would say the channel art doesn't really give me a lot of information about what you're doing. I mean, I can tell quickly by looking at some of the topics. Thank you, Jimmy, for the super chat. I will take a look at that here in just a moment. But I can look down here and see, obviously, that there's some makeup going on. So I'm assuming your channel is about makeup, and that's probably what this background represents. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click on, but since I'm here, we'll take a peek. All right, we want about section. I don't think, I've never seen an about section look so blank. I feel like there should at least be, anyway. You definitely want to create an about section and explain exactly what your channel is focused on doing. I feel like there should be something there even when it is blank. Something looks weird about that. But in any event, definitely want to fill out an about section, explain to everybody what your channel is focused on. And that also kind of helps you think about what your channel is focused on to make sure that you stay on course and continue to make videos on that topic. Let's see what we have here. So we have Ipsy, bag. I saw some Sephora. Definitely got a whole makeup vibe kind of going here. Got a dog vlog in the mix and makeup seems pretty much to be revolving around makeup. I do see that you have in most of your thumbnails so you're definitely part of your branding, which would lead me again to recommend that you incorporate your face into your channel art so you can actually associate your face with your brand and allow people to recognize your thumbnails as being part of your channel. Now, one of the things to consider, I recommend this a lot, especially for channels where a person appears on camera, to do the face in your channel art. Recognizing that there may be people who don't know how to do that, to actually cut out the background of an image and incorporate your outline or your headshot into your channel art. So for those people who aren't really familiar with that process or know how to do it, I personally use software called GIMP to do it. That's how I do my that's how I did my channel art and how I created this image that I use in a number of different ways, including on my thumbnails and whatnot. But I've done a tutorial that shows people exactly how to do that in GIMP. If it's something that you're not comfortable with, I actually also, you can go to creatorfundamentals.com and I actually offer that as a service, just a basic way to help people get their cutouts to use in things like their channel art and their thumbnails. So if that's something anybody's really struggling with and you want to do it but you don't know how, you can definitely head over to Creator Fundamentals and look under the, I believe it's the services section, in terms of being able to have that provided as a service. And you can do a couple headshots or whatever, and you can reuse them in your channel art and your thumbnails and your icon and those kinds of things. But I just want to let you know that there are opportunities out there to get that kind of stuff done if it's something that you don't know how to do. And let's see what I called it here. It's actually in the coaching section on my website. For anybody who has never visited, I do have a website. It's creatorfundamentals.com. You can actually go under the coaching section, which I do offer one-on-one channel audits and you know, opportunities to work as a consultant in terms of giving you some pointers on how to work on your channel. But also down here, you can do it for $10 an image. It's basically just being able to create that image. You can just send me a high-res picture and I can cut it out and clean it up and smooth out the edges and give you a nice reusable headshot that you can use in a number of different ways. So just wanted to let you guys know, because I know I tell people that a lot, but I don't really tell them what to do if they have no idea how to do it. So that's definitely a way that you can do that to get you over that hump if that's something that you've been thinking about doing but you don't know what to do next. So but going back to here real quick, you generally have some similar colors, but probably not what I would consider a consistent branding style across everything. So that's something that you might want to consider, to use kind of a either a consistent color scheme or the same similar colors across everything, or similar font. So basically people can easily tell that, you know, you want somebody who is looking at one of these videos to know that this video is your video, and you can't really do that based on the way that the individual thumbnails look. And again, the typical things: make sure you have playlists that you've created, make sure that you've created or added descriptions to your playlist, and then make sure on your main page here that you're adding horizontal playlists displayed out on your homepage so people can see more of your content and make that decision about whether or not they want to subscribe. So the more of your content they can see quickly from your homepage is going to give them and you a better opportunity to make that connection and have them decide to subscribe to your channel. Right. Make sure I don't miss anybody. See, a couple new people have popped into the live stream. We covered Dieful Gaming, True Financials. We have Tom Nash, Jimmy Changa, and you know what? Let me find. I know there we go. Jimmy Changa, curious to hear your opinion on the channel's aesthetics. I recently updated my header using Roberto Blake's starter kit template. Awesome. We'll definitely check out your channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's get you pulled up here and see what we have going on. All right. Jimmy Changa, all things anime. Well, that's pretty straight to the point. Identifies exactly what it is you have going on here. Everything looks like it fits in the range. Of course, if you grab that from Roberto Blake, then I'm sure it does. I like the style you have going on your... Okay, JJJ. All right, I see it. Make sure you got your about section filled out here properly. Come on. Variety of content on anime, PC game, pop culture, collectibles, movies, and occasionally tech. Expect to see vlogs, reviews, unboxing, and more on the best anime series. So that intrigues you, go ahead and subscribe. Goal is to reach an audience of pop culture enthusiasts. I would think about, like down here you mentioned that you're focused on pop culture enthusiasts, but up here kind of indicates that you're more about anime. And what I would consider, if your goal again is to grow your channel, you kind of want to think about this like when you say things like occasionally tech. One of the things that often happens with people's channels is they are in a position where they want to make videos about whatever they want to make. And the reality is, if you are really focused on trying to grow a channel and build a brand, you really kind of have to be committed to kind of focusing in on a specific niche or topic, which may mean that you don't just make videos about any random thing that you want to make a video about. And in this case, since you have the anime and the pop culture in there, I would probably try to stay as focused on that as possible. I guess if you were in a situation where tech related to pop culture and anime, that may be relevant, but just, you know, throwing in some kind of tech video that really didn't relate to those two might kind of dilute the message that you're trying to send to your subscribers. And ultimately, as you're growing your relationship with subscribers, you want to keep in mind that somebody is going to subscribe to your channel based on a given topic, and then they are expecting that particular topic in future videos. So you just want to make sure that you're delivering on what their expectation is. And the best way to do that is if your content is all as focused as possible, then that way every video that you release is going to be relevant to what an individual subscriber actually chose to subscribe to your channel about. You know, so taking a look, let's see what kind of content we have here. Anime is not dead. Where to watch anime, those seem all on point. And then here we go into thoughts about the YouTube monetization rules. Anime strike, why I love anime, walking around Comic-Con. Sony buys Funimation. So it's like you kind of have some anime news involved in here. Thank you so much, Katrina Renee, for the super chat. Just something to consider that, I mean, you look like you're all, even though you say tech, I'm seeing mostly what looks like anime related stuff with some Comic-Con in there, which is probably relevant to your audience. So maybe it just may be a matter of kind of shoring up your about section a little bit to kind of have it focus in on exactly what you're making on your channel. And that'll kind of get you where you need to be. All right. Oh, come on. Let's get back in here. See where we're at. Try to scroll without it popping to the bottom like it always seems to want to. All right, let's see what we have here. Yeah, as I mentioned in when referring to the cutouts, there is a video on my channel about how to do a headshot cutout. I think it's called How to Make Thumbnails with GIMP. It's a much older video, but it shows you exactly what tools to use in GIMP to do that cutout. That said, Even not everybody who watches that video may have the same results. So you can definitely do it for free, and GIMP is a great free program. Just do a search on Google to get GIMP and download it. It's very similar to Photoshop, but obviously at no cost. So. All right, guys, let's see. I think we are going to wrap this up for the night. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. As I mentioned, if anybody wants to pop over to Discord, we will hang out there for a little while after the live stream. Definitely like to see you come and join. We're working on growing the community over on the Discord server, and so far it's been a good time. A lot of good conversation over there. And as I mentioned, the normal nights for live streams here in Creator Fundamentals are Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So I definitely love to see you guys come and hang out with us every Wednesday night. And if you haven't done so yet, hop over and check out the Facebook group, where, again, it's like-minded creators who are sharing their experiences with their YouTube channels and helping each other grow. So another great way to get ideas and ways to grow your channel that other people have experienced and can actually share with you that have actually worked. Slide this over here. All right, guys, so I threw the Discord link in the chat. If you want to come hang out for a little while over there, there is a channel over there called Livestream After Party. Hope to see you over there. Otherwise, have a great night, and I will see you next time.